Stay in New York City. Why not? Get on your skates, make your way through Central Park, hop on the horse and carriage, and end up at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks getting ready to play on Christmas for a record 57th time as we welcome you to NBA Christmas presented by State Farm. At the Garden, always a festive atmosphere. We'll have lineups. Tib coming up next, the first of 5 Christmas Day games on the ESPN family of networks.
NBA Christmas is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. In part by the new movie Dogman, in theaters January 31st. And Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry. This presentation of NBA Christmas Special presented by State Farm will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
At Madison Square Garden, a Christmas game for the 33rd time at this version of MSG. Getting ready for the Knicks and the Spurs. Here are today's starting lineups delivered by Taco Bell. For the Spurs, the veteran Chris Paul, then Devin Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Jeremy Sohan, and Victor Wembanyama round out the starting lineup. For the Knicks, this 5-man unit has spent more time on the floor together than any in the NBA. On Harrison Barnes, will step aside. A 1-point Spurs lead early, the first of 5 Christmas Day games on ESPN. Timeout on the floor. Mitch Johnson telling his team we got a rebound as Achua wins the possession for the Knicks. Well, we mentioned Dunk the Halls going on ESPN2. How about this? Karl Anthony Towns. You know who he is? He's goofy. In transition with that dunk. Yeah, that's happening at Main Street US.
That's one that Pop's going to reach out to Mitch Johnson about later.
Well, Mitch Johnson make it. The Knicks will take a timeout right now with under 2 minutes to go in the first, and the Knicks leading by 3.
Smart play
for the first.
Smart play by Wembanyama, though, crashing after Jalen Brunson as the shot clock goes down. But the star for the first quarter for the Knicks has been Miles Bridges, shooting woes in the past. It's Christmas Day, and you're having fun here in the Garden.
Tom Thibodeau, what a start to the second for San Antonio, an 8-0 run.
Keldon Johnson playing with so much joy. And what better day to do so, Ryan Ruocco? When you're playing on Christmas Day, you've got to be happy about this time.
Welcome back to NBA Christmas presented by State Farm. Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, in the building here at Madison Square Garden. Second quarter action, first of 5 games today. A jump and a timeout taken by San Antonio. Good little response from the Knicks after Brunson checked back in.
The one more pass. Jalen Brunson finding Precious Achiuwa is able to knock down the 3-ball out of the corner pocket as the Knicks get within 1.
For the Hyundai halftime report coming up, Wemby wowing Malika, Stephen A, Burke. We'll have you covered. A long day for our terrific teammates in the studio. Mammoth Hammer.
But how about the fact that he saw Jalen Brunson back, but not deterred at all, as Stephon Castle gets his first Christmas Day highlight. The beautiful find from CP3. And of course, when you find the camera, as soon as your dunk is open.
Watch brought to you by Sprite. Anthony Edwards arriving. Minnesota-Dallas, Western Conference Finals rematch, 2:30 Eastern on ABC and ESPN. First career Christmas Day game for Ant-Man. And he will be mic'd up and clearly is ready for it.
Boy, you tell him mic'd up is entertaining enough. So when you consider the fact that
first Christmas Day game in Wemby, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks in his first half.
Not a bad debut on your first Christmas for Victor Wembanyama. Cat getting a bucket with the traditional skyhook, but Wendy matching on the other end. Spurs with a 7-point lead here on Christmas.
Start of the third quarter at MSG, and the Spurs a 58-51 lead on the Knicks as we welcome you courtside.
6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. He has his hands down as Karl Anthony Towns catches the basketball. You're talking about possibly the best big man shooter ever. 46% on the year, knocking a big one down.
But the Knicks end the quarter on a 10-0 run. Mikal Bridges electrifying MSG.
And the chemistry between he and Jalen Brunson on fire here on Christmas Day. Baseline finding Champagnie, and just like that, the way the Spurs built a lead earlier allows them to get the 2-point lead back with Champagnie's 3 out of the corner.
NBA Christmas is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And in part by a complete unknown, inspired by the true story of Bob Dylan. Now,
well, Dunk the Hall's the animated version of our game on ESPN2 from Main Street, USA and the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Oh, yeah, look at that. How awesome. Going on right now.
The Spurs defense looking fatigued on that possession. No one getting out to contested 3. Josh Hart, that's easy pickings. Or let's just call it a Christmas gift here in the Garden. Victor Wembanyama putting on a shooting clinic, tying the MSG Christmas Day record with 6 3-point field goals made alongside Julius Randle back in 2021. And he said that this would be like a movie. Playing in the Garden on Christmas Day, and he has absolutely been the lead actor here this afternoon.
Most points in a Christmas Day debut, Victor Wembanyama, third most, and with time. All right, Cass, thank you very much. Mikal Bridges, 41 points. Josh Hart, a big effort on the glass. Wemby with 42 and 18 in his Christmas debut. What a contest at MSG. Once again, our final score, the Knicks win it 117-114 over the Spurs. For our producer, Lori Privatera, our director, Billy Proctor, Corey Alexander, and Cassidy Hubbard, I'm Ryan Rucco. Thanks for watching and happy holidays. Remember, 4 games still to come on the ESPN family of networks as we say goodbye from New York and head back to Malika and the crew in the studio.